Mike, it's really, really good to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you not in the restaurant. So this is a little bit of an odd place for us to see each other. But I'm glad to see you smiling. Good, glad to
Yeah,
see you.
hey, you
Good to
got a
see you.
nice looking office too, Todd. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad that I've got a place I can shut the door for sure in the social distancing world that we live in. So, Mike, for those that don't know you around Coppell and where you work at, introduce yourself. Tell us about your business.
Hey, I'm Mike Stasko. I'm one of the owners of Sunny Street Cafe. So we opened a little over a year and a half ago before things changed pretty rapidly. But if you haven't been before, we're breakfast and lunch all day. So we were typically open 6:30 to 2:30, and yeah, love Coppell and love being there. And have been going great. And now we've had to adapt like everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my family, I mean, Tara and I, we've seen you up there quite a few times. I absolutely love, there's a couple of omelets that I absolutely love, and I miss some of the fantastic wait staff and people that you have there. So obviously we're gathered here today because of the craziness of this pandemic and the shutdown and how that's affecting people. And, as a business owner in the restaurant business, obviously things have changed and they're on top, they flipped around, but you're still able to be open. Tell us about what's that looking like at your restaurant right now.
Yeah, we're learning as we go, like everybody. But we committed to staying open. We did reduce our hours to 7 to 2 to kind of shrink that down a little bit. But we kept our management staff on and our key employees and as many hourly folks as we could to try to get them some hours and keep people getting a paycheck. So that was first and foremost. Because the business is on the delivery and the curbside piece. It's just not anything what it was when you were doing inside your four walls, which we expected. And so now we're just trying to get creative and do some different things to make it accessible to people so they can get tasty food when they're sick of cooking or need some convenience or even maybe a distraction from the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right over there in the same shopping center as Sprouts, and there's a burger bar next door to you. Are you guys doing any kind of cross promotion at all? At least you got some traffic coming into the grocery store, I would think. That's
Yeah,
close.
Sprouts has been pretty busy. And frankly, like just for everybody's information, I think it's been pretty well stocked when I've gone in there and I've been able to pick up groceries for myself. So that's been cool, but haven't really had any kind of cross promotional opportunities. Everybody's sort of digging in and figuring out how to do it themselves. We have done a lot of stuff with the Coppell Chamber. It's been an awesome resource for us to help spread the message, kind of do some ideation, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Kevin. I don't know if you saw we had a good conversation with Kevin.
Yeah.
Early, and yeah, his hands are busy, obviously, as a business owner, and then as the chamber. But what is you talked about keeping staff on, and what's it like to run a restaurant right now? You probably had. I'm just guessing because I don't know your business, but it seems like you might have had like 20 people working at any given time, and now that's got to be way lower. Like, what's that look like on a day-to-day basis?
Well, yeah, a lot of changes. Certainly, managing our inventory has become pretty important and quite different. A lot less food orders, making sure that product's still fresh and that we're not wasting things. So, that's been a high priority. We have, fortunately or unfortunately, had, a fair amount of downtime. So cleaning and reorganizing and re-cleaning, that was already was already top of the list. And then this started happening and we doubled down and now we've quadrupled down. And just making sure that all the handling procedures are spot on so that, people feel good and feel safe about the food that they're getting. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those have been some, things that we've focused on, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what does eating at your cafe feel like now? Like, how does that work?
Sure. So, obviously we can't have anybody in for dining. So, we shifted to a curbside pickup model. We also offer delivery in-house, and then, there's a variety of third-party delivery services like Uber Eats that you can order through. We are finding that a lot of people are doing the curbside and appreciate not having to get out of the car, but they do want to get out of the house. You're getting cooped up. It's nice to just have an excuse to go out and pick up some food, and we just bring it right out to your window, and we handle the transaction on the phone, or if you order online, so that it's paperless and there's limited contact. But we've committed to keeping the full menu too. So we have all your favorite Baja omelet, like you like to get.
Yeah.
You can still get that, and we wanted to try for as long as possible to offer everything that we could, rather than go to a limited menu. So that's actually worked out pretty well. We've found that, people still want to get their eggs Benedict, or, order their usual item that they normally got, either for weekday lunch or weekend brunch or whatever it might be.
Are you seeing shifts? Well, I know you're seeing shifts, but were you more breakfast beforehand and now you're kind of more at lunch? Like, what's that?
Yeah.
Can you see any trends at all?
Yeah, our sweet spot is breakfast. It is breakfast all day. And, even during the lunch period, people come in and they like to get eggs and bacon and pancakes to mix it up. That has continued. One thing we have seen an influx of, and we're doing some we're calling them the big brunch pack. And it's basically a big spread. It's eggs, cheesy hash browns, cinnamon roll pancakes, grits, fruit. You just get a bunch of different stuff, and you go order for 2, for 4 to 5, or 6 to 7. So it's a little bit of that's what it is, a big brunch spread. And that's been pretty popular. I think people like the idea of getting a lot of things to snack on and kind of laying it out. And it's recreating the idea of going out on the weekends and getting a bunch of tasty food that you can't make at home. So
absolutely.
That one's caught on pretty well. So we started that the first week, and we've continued doing that here over the last few.
Well, I can tell from a sense of community standpoint, we live over here in Old Town, and some of the things that we're doing as a community, I actually feel closer to my community now than I did before, because we're being super intentional and holding these virtual block parties. And so we sit on the porch, and we open up the Zoom room like this, and lots of people come in and just meet people, and how's everybody doing? And some people are like, hey, does anybody have any extra toilet paper? Or who's got so
the barter system, right?
And the point of that is now we're doing these weekly, and we're trying, people are putting messages out. It's like, hey, go order from a local restaurant, bring the food onto the porch, and then let's jump in the Zoom room and just try to have a sense of community, so it's like eating out, right? So there's some ways to maybe try to connect with other communities, national night outs, people trying to come together in this weird time, right?
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people recognize that, everybody's got it hard and everything's different right now. Restaurants especially, though, really, really difficult, particularly, servers that rely on tips.
Yep.
Everybody has just been so generous with their takeout orders to tip, maybe if you don't, or tip a little bit more if you're not accustomed to that. So I've been, just really surprised and grateful that our server staff that we've been able to take on that, normally was making a server wage and was getting, tipped, and that's how they made their money. Well, we're not paying them that hourly anymore. We had to bump that to make it worth their while, but they are taking home some nice dollars in tips, and, that's a lot of their sole income. So
that's good to hear. That's really good to hear. Well, as we wrap up, tell, for those that maybe haven't been to the restaurant and don't know where it is and would like to have curbside, how do we order some food from you, and how's that work?
Yeah, so we're next to Sprouts on Sandy Lake and Denton Tap. A variety of ways to order. Easiest way, pick up the phone, and we get all your information and we bring it out to you when you pull up. You can also order online through our website. You just go to the Coppell page on sunnystreetcafe.com, and there's an ordering system. If you weren't familiar with ordering online now, you certainly are becoming accustomed to it. And you can get curbside that way, or you can do delivery. And one other little thing I'll plug that's pretty cool is we're doing an Easter brunch pack too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Ham, hash brown casserole, roasted carrots with whipped feta, a candied walnuts and strawberries, and rolls and butter. So we tried to make it
So
Tasty, a
Mike,
little bit
Mike,
fancy, but
I'm
still
gonna
familiar.
ask you to repeat that real quick, just because there was a little glitch in the
Oh,
internet,
sure.
and I want to be able to hear what that is. So tell us again what that
Yeah,
is.
so it's an Easter brunch pack. We're doing pre-orders through the end of the day Friday.
Okay.
So you get citrus glazed ham, cheesy hash brown casserole, roasted carrots with whipped feta. I'm doing it from memory here. Spinach salad with candied walnuts and strawberries, and rolls and butter. So it's a big spread. You can order it for 2, for 4 to 5, or 6 to 7. And kind of feed the whole family. And we set that up for pickup or for delivery. And that's been really popular. I mean, I think we have maybe 25, 30 orders right now for that. So folks that, want to celebrate Easter at home and, maybe, getting groceries and
Yeah.
stuff right now. So we've got that. And we do the what I call wear testing, right? You got to sample all the food before you put it
Yeah.
on the menu, and we did that last week as we were finalizing it, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm ordering it for myself too, so if that means anything.
Man, I tell you what, that sounds amazing. So once again, so they can call you, and obviously you can Google and figure that out. But what's the website again?
SunnyStreetCafe.com.
Awesome.
And most people are getting a lot of their information on Facebook. So the Facebook page is Sunny Street Cafe Coppell. You can find details on that and everything else that we got going on, all our information. If you're on Facebook, that's a good way to connect with us.
Absolutely. Well, cool. Well, I wish you guys the absolute best of luck. I hope things can get back to normal, whatever that means, as soon as possible. You guys, the restaurants and your staff, and you included, have been really, really great pillars in the community. And we're glad that you're here in town. So I'm hoping we can all weather the storm together, right? So
We
just
can.
wish you guys
Absolutely.
absolutely. Well, Mike, thank you very much. It's good to see you, and we will talk very soon.
Great. Thanks, Todd. Thanks for having me.
All right, see you around.